I've observed 3 things by following DJ Khaled on Snapchat. And I already know what you're thinking. You're thinking, why the hell are you following DJ Khaled on Snapchat? Well, I got to tell you, the phenomenon that he has become makes him sort of a requirement if you are a hip-hop fan to follow him there. I mean, you can follow a lot of people on Twitter. You can follow a lot of people on Instagram. But for the most part, what people do there is they sell things to you. If you follow DJ Khaled on Snapchat, you can observe certain things that he does. And I don't even necessarily think that they're intentional. I just think that there's a lot to be learned about this, these mediums that we don't even fully understand yet. But you can sort of see why certain things work. Now, the first thing that I noticed about Khaled is the repetition that he uses. If you follow him from week to week, there always seem to be different themes. At the moment right now, it's 22 days. I'm going vegan. I'm going vegan for 22 days. And then he zooms in on all the meal plans that he got from his personal vegan chef. This has been going on, I'd say about 7 days. It's been about like a week, I think, since he started doing that. But it's the repetition in the snaps. He'll literally have about 10 snaps a day where he's zooming in to a meal and he's saying, they can't stop me. They don't want me to go vegan. 22 days, I'm going vegan. And he'll put the text on the screen over and over and over again. Again, I don't think he's aware of it, or maybe he is. But then again, I'm not here to discuss his intent. I'm just here to discuss, what he actually does, not what's behind it. But it's similar to when you guys remember several years back when Lil Wayne did the whole best rapper alive thing. And everywhere you saw Lil Wayne, it was the best rapper alive. It was the best rapper alive, best rapper alive, best rapper alive. Repetition, repetition, repetition. You guys will also remember that one of my first YouTube videos that I ever made when I started the D.Request series was the video on Lil Wayne, where I compared Lil Wayne to Adolf Hitler. Because Adolf Hitler had a tactic that he had employed that was called the big lie theory. So it was basically just making lies big enough that no one could possibly question them. And if you say it over and over and over, people will start to believe it. But if it's too small, people will just call bullshit on it. So you have to make it very grandiose. Obviously Khaled's not lying, but I'm just saying in the use of the repetition, there's something that's getting through to that follower that makes them continue to follow Khaled because of the repetition. Now, the second thing that I noticed about Khaled is that he's actually likable. DJ Khaled, through the years, has made himself quite laughable because of how he behaves on tracks, right? My buddy Haterazzi does a great impression of DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled. I can't actually do it myself. But that's what he's sort of done, and he made himself come across as a very unlikable person because of that. Now, I don't think he's changed much, but you do notice that there is a sense of charm when you see Khaled on Snapchat. You do notice that there's something there beyond all the behind all the catchphrases and all the repetition and all the talk about success and all that stuff. And that, of course, may be a big part of it. There are some certain moments you'll find very small pockets of snaps where it doesn't sound like he's talking at you. Sometimes it actually sounds like he's saying something. When DJ Khaled talks about, his keys to success and all this stuff, I mean, of course, again, with the repetition, he'll do his regular, he sticks to his bread and butter, which is looking down at his sandals on his way to having breakfast. And then he'll put, walk with me through the journey of success. There's that. And there are certain candid moments where he's really trying to tell you something. And I'm talking about beyond the they language and all that stuff. There are very far in between. There are snaps where DJ Khaled where you feel like DJ Khaled is giving you some form of value. Now, the third and final thing that I've noticed about DJ Khaled, or that I've learned from DJ Khaled, is he's a caricature. Whenever you see gatherings between him and other people, people just shout back his catchphrases at them. People just say, another one, another one. They don't want us to be on Snapchat. All these catchphrases that they throw at him, and it never seems like a conversation. Even when Khaled casually has someone just right next to him, it's never like, hey man, I'm one of your biggest fans, blah, 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 blah. It's never that. It's always his catchphrases are thrown right back at him, and he then throws the catchphrases back at them. So he's like a cartoon character in a sense, because nothing really goes any further than that. Not that I think that it necessarily has to. I don't think that everyone who is held in high regard on social media should be thought-provoking, and you should have all these deep moments. But I do think that it's pretty funny that it just gets thrown right back at him, and he throws it back at them. You know what I'm saying? So he has really gotten a hold of this whole animal, because of course he commodifies all this stuff. Through the catchphrases and through being a caricature, he sort of, in a meta sort of way, he's able to commodify all of this, and of course, do his merch, and all sorts of stuff like that. But one thing that I wonder sometimes is, does he understands his place in all of this? Does he understand that he's become a character? He's become a cartoon character. I wonder if you can have a conversation with DJ Khaled. At what point do the mantras stop? At what point does all that stuff just like end? And he's like, yeah, man, I figured out that this was also a good opportunity, and I could do this and I could do that. No success stuff, just a good long conversation where he walks you through what he thinks about all this. The point is that it probably never happens. Only people in his personal life, probably get to see this, but you won't get to see it, because what you get to see is a caricature who uses repetition so well that makes him likable and makes him that character. So, everything comes around full circle. And of course there is, there's the dumb idea that, yes, following DJ Khaled seems to be a very vapid and a very useless experience where you won't learn anything. But as I said, I mean, you follow other people on social media, and I mean, what do you really get from it? What do you really get from it other than tour dates? What do people really throw at you? I get that it's DJ Khaled, but Snapchat, to me, the way I see it is it's just a window. It's a window. I mean, you can see it when anybody who, anybody like DJ Khaled, gets off of a tour bus and he throws up his phone. No one's looking at DJ Khaled. No one is looking at him. Everyone is looking at the window. They're looking through the window. So what you create is just a portal, to see other people, to be seen by other people. And it's very fucking odd. It's very odd. And I think about that every time when I see one of those shots of him, quote unquote, fan love, where he's in the shot himself and he'll hold up the camera and no one's looking at him. It's not like back in the day with TRL, where, say, I don't fucking know, Limp Bizkit, they were out in Times Square and they were out there with Carson Daly. Like, people were literally trying to get their hands on Fred Durst. Did I just fucking mention Limp? I just did. I could have literally thought of anybody, but for some reason I thought of Limp Bizkit. Hey, go figure. This is one shot. I don't edit these things. But everybody's trying to get a hold of the artist. Well, they were trying to get a hold of the artist. Now it's not about the artist. It's about the camera. It's about the window that the artist is creating. And there's something there that we're obviously seeing that's developing before our eyes, but we can't necessarily observe it because we're experiencing it. You know what I'm saying? But in the meantime, I am on Snapchat. And if you guys follow me, I am on there. You can see me. You can see me live and direct. I'm throwing trivia at you guys. I'm doing a multitude of different things. So follow me with that handle that's right on the screen. And I will see you guys later this week.